Hi everybody, and welcome back to another video from Evolve EdTech as part of our Google Slides More Than Just a Slide Deck series. My name is Tristan and I am the head content creator here at Evolve EdTech, and thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you have been part of this series so far, but if you are a first-time viewer, welcome. Well, let's get into it. Today, we're going to have a look at how we can use and level up our slide presentations by using word art. I love word art. I think it just adds another element to our presentations. It's simple, it's not complicated, but it can definitely add another layer to your presentations. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you, if you haven't done so already, I'd love it if you subscribed to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. By being part of our community, you are continuing to inspire us to create content for you. We want to help you with the tips, tricks, and tools to integrate technology into your classroom, develop that skill set in your students, as well as your colleagues and even your community. And your subscription and your faith will definitely help us and inspire us to continue to do that. So please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you haven't done so as well, make sure you connect with us on our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. All right, let's head over to our sample slide deck. And if you have been joining us, you will notice that this is the sample slide deck that I have been using for the entire series so far. So you might see some different elements from some past videos there, which is fantastic. If you're new, well, this is the slide deck that I'm using as my sample today. So word art is fantastic. It's quite simple, but I think it actually elevates and can provide a little bit of visual engagement with your presentation. It's a little bit different to obviously just putting in a text box. There's a couple of things that you need to think about, but it's really cool to use. So to use word art, we're going to head up to the Insert tab, which is up in our menu bar, and we're going to scroll down to word art. Now it says here, you can see that it says use Enter to save, use Shift Enter for multiple lines. So yes, you can actually use multiple line text in this in word art, which is fantastic. So if you've got something that needs to go across multiple lines or it's quite large, you can do that and break it up. And I'll show you why that's really important. Okay, let's go and give this a test and show you how you can use word art. So maybe we're going to do something like welcome to Evolve EdTech. Okay, so that is the text we're going to use. We just press Enter to save, and it's going to create it with the default font, which is Arial. Okay, now the great thing is we don't have to use Arial. Okay, we need to make sure that we have this blue box around the outside of the word art to tell us that that is what is active and what we're working on at the moment. But just like a text box, we have all of the formatting features. We can change our fill color. Okay, so maybe we want to go to a particular color if we've got a brand color or a particular color that we relate to a year group or a cohort, we can do that. We also have a bordered color if we would like to put a border around our text. So you can see that there's a red border around the text here. Again, just elevates it, just makes it a little bit more poppy. Okay, just makes it stand out. We've also got, we can make that a bit thicker if we would like. Okay, we could add dashes if we would like to as well. Oh, that looks a bit funky there, doesn't it? Now, we can also change our font. So we have our just generic general fonts that we can access here. Okay, we can add and select more fonts from the Google universe by heading up here to more fonts. And if you scroll through, there are just oodles of other fonts that you are more than welcome to select. Okay, and you can use those as well. Okay, so there are a whole range of other fonts that are available. We can also bold our text. Okay, we can italicize. All right, yeah, so we can do all of those general editing features that we can normally do with a text box. Now, one thing you will have noticed here is we have the text just going off the slide a little tiny bit here. So sometimes the text might be too big to fit on the slide, okay? So we might need to be careful with that. We can change our text by dragging the corners, okay? But just be aware that sometimes doing it like I just did has made the text completely unreadable, all right? So you can manipulate, you can take it in a little bit like this, but again, that's becoming a little bit difficult to read. We might have to change it a little bit with our colors there, but that's still perfectly fine there. So you can do that as well. Now, if we want to make it a multi-line piece of text, all we do is we press our Shift and Enter key to take us to a new line in our box where we're going to type what we would like, and then we add our text. So I'm going to pop in my website, and then we're going to have that popped in there. Beautiful, nice and simple. Okay, again, we can drag from the corner, make it bigger. We can do all kinds of things to make that text stand out. Okay, so I like to sometimes use word art. I don't use it all the time, but I use it sometimes. So maybe if I'm doing something like we're looking at some different elements of stories. I'm an English teacher. Maybe we're looking at techniques. I might do it to pop up a new text box, a new word art example on different slides. So it looks like I'm doing some transitions or I'm doing some animations, but actually I'm just using word art and multiple slides to do that. So word art's really simple. It's really cool. It's really fun. Go and have a play around with it and see what you can do with word art and how you can use word art to elevate your presentations. Okay. Yes, you could use a text box, but you know what? Word art is so simple and it doesn't require too much manipulation for you to create something that looks really great that can elevate your presentation just a little bit more. So the word art feature in Google Slides, another one of those hidden gems that can elevate your Google slide deck even more just with a few simple clicks. Well, that's the end of today's video, having a look at word art and how easy it is to use word art in your presentations. So just before we go, just a reminder that if you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you join us on our social media platforms. And we would love it if you went and checked out our website, evolveedtech.com. This is where you'll find all of our resources, our tips, tricks, and tools that you can use to help you become more confident and confident using technology, some inspiration, resources to get you started, share with colleagues, etc. So evolveedtech.com is where you'll find all of that. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another video as part of our Google Slides More Than Just a Slide Deck series. My name is Tristan. I am the head content creator here at Evolve EdTech. And until I see you in our next video, stay safe, everybody.